Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
Buenas noches, soy
Buenas
Daniel
noches.
Pineda.
And my name's Adele Quo.
And here we go with another show. Adele, as you may have noticed, is back from assignment.
Wow, and the tan.
Not much tanner.
Back from
Still the
assignment.
same.
No sun on
It
the
was
Danube.
not
We
really
weren't on the
sunny.
Danube. Were you?
We were on the Rhine River.
Oh, the Rhine. Okay,
and
sorry.
it was not that sunny.
Didn't you watch her reporting?
Not that much sun. I did, but I
With
didn't
Joe
know which river
Treefrog?
she was on.
GTF.
JTF.
You brought him back, right?
Well,
That's
we've got
right.
another show lined up for you somewhere in here if we get to it, our news and community bulletin board. And as you may have noticed, Adele is here for another installment of
It's Easy Being Green.
It sounds so much better with Adele,
Yeah.
doesn't it? CBB, as I mentioned, is Denise doing? Yes, she is. She's reviewing Harvey and Snow Child. That's interesting. News for seniors. And then a roll-in from our archives, an archival roll-in with Amy Sue and her tribute to Mother's Day. What would our pre-Mother's Day show be without something
Yeah.
from Amy Sue?
We love her.
And that's our show. But before we begin, a social media reminder from Senor Pineda.
Absolutely, Mr. Nolan. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. Also, facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News, and also on the radio.
And also on the radio, we are at 96.7 WERA LPFM. Check us out. The audio from the news show will be in your ear. Well, here we go, as promised now, our news segment. Well, the SSA, the Social Security Administration, has announced plans to close its only office in Arlington sometime in June. According to County Board member Christian Dorsey, and we're quoting now, office space is not that expensive in Arlington right now. There are plenty of opportunities for the SSA to stay, end quote. The nearest alternate office location is on Edsel Road in Alexandria, more than a mile from the nearest metro station on Van Dorn Street. Mr. Dorsey also said that he estimated that about 90 people walk to the existing office every day. So something to keep in mind there. SSA is leaving Arlington. Daniel.
Well, Craig, Arlington County has reached a compromise with 2 Arlington County clubs affecting the valuation and taxation of their properties. The agreement was made in response to proposed state legislation that would have reduced the assessed value from $12 to 50 cents per square foot. Arlington County's assessor examined the grounds of the 2 clubs and gave them a reduced valuation. For the Washington Golf and Country Club, the new valuation reduces the valuation by about a half. In addition, the county agreed to credit the club for overpayments over the past 4 years. This credit will be $815,000. Arlington County Attorney Stephen McIsaac estimates that the credit for the Army-Navy Country Club will be about $1.25 million.
And Daniel, also on our news items, well, a recurring problem with registration for Arlington's extended day program was reported at this week's Open Door Monday. The computer system crashed for the second consecutive year. Callers were once again told of the absence of a backup plan for the system. One citizen suggested that the crash was due to an overload and recommended that registration dates be staggered based on name or location. County Board member Libby Garvey agreed and said that she would work with the board to encourage a review of the registration process. Daniel.
Well, Craig, Arlington's jobless rate is once again the lowest in the Commonwealth of Virginia, despite a slight increase from 2.1 to 2.2%. It's not unusual. The cities of Falls Church and Alexandria usually come in close behind. The statewide rate is generally between 3 and 4%. The most recently reported nationwide rate is 4.4%. Hawaii has the lowest statewide rate at 2.1%.
All right, that's the news, such as it is, the news in our news segment, and we'll be back with CBB right after we hear from Adele in another installment of
It's easy
being green. Here's
You didn't
Adele.
say it with us.
Well, you know what happens from
What
a 2-week vacation.
Were you sleeping on the job?
You missed your cue. You want to do it again?
I'm not sure. Well, hey, it's good to be back.
It's great to have you back. Here's
and my
Adele.
name is Adele Quo. Welcome back to another It's Easy Being Green. We are unpacked, we've downloaded all our photos, and we are connected back to reality from an amazing multi-country excursion-packed Rhine River cruise from Amsterdam to Basel. Joe Treefrog experienced firsthand how different river cruising is from ocean cruising in 3 major ways. First, our Viking longship was only 95 staterooms and 190 passengers, so it's a much more intimate travel setting and atmosphere on board. Second, our itinerary was port intensive with a focus on cultural immersion through excellent local guides provided on our shore excursions, and the food, the talks, and demonstrations on board our ship were first rate. Third, almost everything was included, like Wi-Fi, 3 square meals a day with drinks, including beer and wine during our meals, and daily shore excursions, extra port talks, and lots of demonstrations. Now, when it comes to eco-travel, cruising would seem to be on the opposite end of green and eco-friendly. But river cruising is one of the fastest growing segments of the travel industry. 27 new ships are scheduled to debut this year in 2018, and 15 of them will be new river cruise ships. In the coming year, there will be an even greater focus on sustainable tourism, from ongoing recycling and waste management to social impact and voluntourism off the ships. But the overall environmental impact of cruising is still poorly understood. Today, recycling, incinerating, and waste processing are basic and expected, with entire decks devoted to nothing but waste management. Our Viking new river cruise ship was filled and fitted with hybrid diesel-electric engines, which save about 20% on fuel when compared to the normal diesel ships. And a state-of-the-art propulsion system produces fewer vibrations. This is going to result in a smoother, quieter, more environmentally friendly ride with less noise pollution while we're sailing. The ships have onboard solar panels to increase their energy efficiency and to help meet the engine's fuel requirements. And my favorite, there's an organic herb garden on the sun deck. Other major players in the river cruise industry have also started to act to make their ships more energy efficient and environmentally friendly. So eco-travel is not just the responsibility of the cruise lines. Passengers can do their bit to increase the environmental nature of their voyage. Simple things like recycling and not wasting food while aboard, as well as reusing towels, are great and simple ways to help out. So stay tuned. We get to cruise again later this fall with You by Uniworld, another river cruise company vying to be a leader in sustainable travel. Remember, it's easy being green.
Seems like Joe was having a good time.
I think he had a better time than I did. He got a lot of attention over there.
That sounds like so much fun. Well, it sounds like they've got some solar
Solar
things going on.
panels.
There's
That was
solar
pretty cool. You
panels
look over and you're, whoa, what's
and
that?
an
Solar
herb
panels.
garden on the sun deck.
Oh man,
That's
the
really
herb garden
cool.
was fun.
That's
yeah,
really cool.
Tasty.
That's great, and it was only about 180,
190 passengers total.
So that's not bad. Much
not that
more
bad.
intimate than one of those monster cruise
Oh my
liners.
gosh, we were on a first name basis with the captain.
Oh,
Wow.
that's great.
Don't know if that's good or bad.
Wow. Well, you would think that would be a good thing.
It was
but
a
you
good
never
thing.
know. That's great. Well, what a great trip.
Welcome back.
And
Thank
we
you.
look forward to more reports and maybe more river cruises from you on your EBG segment. Thanks, Adele. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Here we go. As promised now, our CBB, Arlington, take 2. Arlington's art truck is now fully functional and travels around the county with an artist, take 2, and a county staff person bringing art to the community. The truck has a portable recording, projection, pottery wheel, sewing machine, photography, and printmaking equipment. It offers an opportunity for artists to create new work. You can see the art truck coming up on Wednesday, May 6th. I think that's come and gone at 11:30 at Arlington Mill
16th,
Community
the
Center.
16th.
Should be the 16th there.
Yeah.
That's going to be down on the 16th at Arlington Mill Senior Center. They're located at 909 South Dinwiddie Street. For more information, number should be on your screen there. Give them a call at 703-228-7369. Daniel.
Well, credit the Arlington Unitarian Cooperative Preschool, UUCA Parent Education Committee, Claremont Immersion School PTA, and Wakefield High School PTSA have teamed up for a special presentation. It's a film about screenagers, followed by a discussion of internet addiction and adolescent psychiatrist Dr. Harper. This event is intended for adults and children aged 10 and up. It will all take place that's on Wednesday, May the 16th, 2018, from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Arlington. That's located at 4444, that's 4 fours, Arlington Boulevard. A lot of fours there.
4, lots of fours. Would that be 16? Okay. Also in our CBB file, the Ruski Musikanti Ensemble, which is part of the largest Russian folk orchestra in North America, is giving a free, FRW free concert. The group will appear in traditional Russian folk costumes and play authentic folk instruments. This performance is coming up on Thursday, May 24 at 11 in the AM portion of the day at Arlington Mill Community and Senior Center, 909 South Dinwiddie Street. To register and get more information, give them a call at the number on your screen and in your ear now, 703-228-7369. Daniel.
Well, the Columbia Pike Artists Group is having yet another viewing that all takes place on May the 12th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the location here. That's 932 South Walter Reed Drive. Correct.
And that's it. That it for CBB? It is it for CBB. We'll be back with our News for Seniors segment right after we hear from Denise and her thoughts on Harvey and Snowchild. Here's Denise.
The Little Theater of Alexandria is hosting Harvey, a play by Mary Chase about the invisible 6-foot white rabbit who is the best friend and constant companion of Elwood P. Dowd. This is a major problem for his sister Vida and his niece Myrtle May Simmons, who live with him. They desire a place in polite society and a circle of respectable friends, and feel these things are not possible because of Elwood, who drinks too much and introduces everyone he meets to Harvey. Many townspeople have gotten used to this. The town bartenders even make the 2 martinis Elwood orders. However, at a high society party, when Elwood comes home unexpectedly and embarrasses her, Vida decides to have her brother committed to Chumley's Rest. When Vida is speaking to Dr. Sanderson and admits to him that she even sees Harvey occasionally, he decides to admit Vida, and he lets Elwood go. Hilarious antics ensue, but when Elwood is finally located and agrees to receive an injection of serum 977, a cab driver tells Vida that he has driven many people to the sanitarium to receive the same injection, and afterwards he'll be a perfectly normal human being, and you know what stinkers they are. Vida relents, stops the injection, and heads home to live with her daughter and her not-so-smart, but oh-so-pleasant brother, and Harvey. In his director's notes, Frank Pasqualino imagines that Elwood is living in a pleasant place where people are genuinely interested in each other. Jimmy Stewart played the role of Elwood P. Dowd in the 1950 movie adaptation of Harvey and made it incredibly memorable. Andy Izquierdo takes on the role at LTA. Kudos to him for tackling the part and never alluding to a single moment of Stewart's iconic performance. He takes the role of the pleasant and charming town eccentric and makes it his own. Rachel Hubbard as Vita and Catherine Gilbert as Myrtle May complete the dysfunctional family. As usual, the set design by Matt Liptak is outstanding. There was an audible gasp from the audience when the library of the Dowd estate revolved and morphed into the reception room of Chumley's Rest. Harvey plays at the Little Theater of Alexandria through May 12th. See it, and you may wish that your sibling had an invisible 6-foot white rabbit for a best friend.
Before director Molly Smith began her 20-year run as artistic director of Arena Stage, she founded Perseverance Theater in Alaska. So partnering with her old theater to bring Eowyn Ivey's novel Snow Child to the stage was surely a labor of love. It's the story of a Pennsylvania couple, Jack and Mabel, who have lost an unborn child and have set off to 1920s Alaska to stake a claim on a farm to distract them from their grief and provide them with a new beginning. They are hopelessly ill-prepared to take on the challenge, but love and luck, the help of good friends, and the magic of the Snow Child assure they will prevail. The book of the musical was written by John Strand, and the music by Bob Banghart and Georgia Stitt. Stitt also wrote the lyrics. The music is played by a 6-piece string band conducted by William Yanish. This world premiere is beautiful and enchanting, brought to life by an impressive cast of humans, supplemented by endearing puppets. Christiane Knoll plays Mabel, whose empty life is restored by the young wild child. Fina Strazza is the snow child, Faina, and Matt Bogart is Jack, the still loving husband who hopes to be the backbone of their new life, only to be forced to the sidelines by an accident. He must watch helplessly as his wife summons the strength to ensure their new life is a success. The three form a short-lived family of sorts. Their voices blend flawlessly to deliver the fantasy story. Dan Manning, Natalie Toro, and Alex Alfarov round out the cast as the supportive neighbors. The main puppets, a huge 2-man plow horse and a spirited but skittish Arctic fox, capture your heart from the touching first moment they meet. The look of the Alaskan frontier is captured in the set design that includes the couple's cabin, the mountainous backdrop, and the ubiquitous trees. Projections suggest cracking river ice. Lighting captures the northern lights, and costuming provides the necessary cold weather clothing and a scarf and hat that may bring the snow child to life. There's even an onstage blizzard. Snow Child plays through May 20th at Arena Stage. It's not the typical musical replete with showstoppers. It's a more intimate, bluegrass-inspired glimpse of ordinary lives touched by magical experiences. See it to spend an evening in a winter wonderland. I'm Denise Pringle. Now back to the news desk.
Great job, Denise.
All right, thanks, Denise. We always appreciate her thoughts, and she's giving us her thoughts on Harvey and Snow Child tonight at LTA and Arena Stage. Arena Stage, right. Thanks, Denise. We appreciate it. Okay, as promised, now here we go with our NSF, News for Seniors. NFS? I got them back. Anyway,
You got it?
News for Seniors classes.
Take 2.
Here we go. Take 3 or 4. Well, a representative from the Arlington Community Federal Credit Union will give an overview on online banking. There'll be plenty of time for Q&A. The event will take place on Tuesday, May 22 at 11 in the morning at Langston Brown Community and Senior Center and Park, 2121 North Culpeper Street here in Arlington. For more information, give them a call. Number on your screen there and in your ear now, 703-228-6300. Daniel.
That's the new line, Craig, in your ear.
In your ear now. Well, something like for the radio listeners,
Yeah.
you know, of course, it's always in your ear.
Always. Well, Craig, Arlington is fortunate to have thousands of stately trees throughout its neighborhood. There are many benefits to having so many trees, says urban forest manager Vincent Verwey. Join him for an overview of Arlington's urban forest canopy. That's on Wednesday, May the 16th at 1 p.m. Also at the Langston Brown Community and Senior Center and Park, all located at 2121 North Culpeper Street in Arlington, Virginia. If you need any more information, give them a call at 703-228-6300.
And Daniel, also in our News for Seniors files, the Lomax AME Zion Church is one of the oldest African-American churches in Arlington and an historical landmark. Brenda Cox, a longtime member of the church, will discuss its history and significance in the development of Arlington County. The church was also a venue for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during his March on Washington. This event takes place coming up on Wednesday, May 16 at 10:30 in the morning at Lee Community and Senior Center, located at 5722 Lee Highway here in Arlington. For more information, give them a call at the number on your screen. Did you get that? Okay. Next, Daniel.
Well, Craig, as dementia progresses, a person's ability to engage with others changes. Although memory and communication abilities are impaired, the ability to connect through the senses remains strong. A representative from Insight Memory Care will hold an interactive workshop for caregivers to show how to engage loved ones by tapping into their 5 senses. The workshop will take place on Tuesday, May the 22nd at 10 a.m. at the Walter Reed Community and Senior Center and Park, located at 2909 16th Street South, Arlington, Virginia. To sign up, call 703-228-0955. And as always, Craig, we want to thank our own Judy Masomny for this week's Senior Stories. Thank you so much, Judy, for your hard work and dedication.
Thanks, Judy. We appreciate it. We'll be back with sign-off and bye-bye right after we look at some archival Mother's Day celebratory stuff from our very own Amy Sue. Here's Amy Sue.
Happy Mother's Day, Arlington. We're here, myself and my beautiful daughter, Justine, and of course our dog, Tony, to wish everyone there in Arlington a very happy Mother's Day, and also to bring you some Mother's Day tips, because Mother's Day is coming up. Now, as a mother, I can tell you that there are some things that you should definitely tell your mother on Mother's Day. The one thing she definitely wants to hear, of course, is, I love you. Thanks for giving me birth and carrying me for 9 months and pushing me out, ruining my body, giving me stretch marks. Got a little carried away with myself there. But tell your mother, first of all, how young she looks, how thin she looks. I was at the bank the other day, a different bank than I normally go to, and I had to give the guy my driver's license, and I thought that he was going to give me this wonderful compliment, which he did, and he said, wow, you look so young. He looked at my driver's license and said, wow, I didn't think you were that old. Everybody, you can just stop with the, gee, you look young, and not continue with the, you're that old? So everybody, tell your mothers that you love them. She looks young, she looks beautiful, and you will have one very happy mother. That's my advice this Mother's Day. But also, we have a very special treat for you this Mother's Day. Now, as we know, David Letterman has his stupid pet tricks. Well, so do we here at the Arlington Weekly News. Tony is going to demonstrate his very stupid pet trick. We have the only dog here in Arlington, watch very closely, who can do the super stretch face. Watch closely now. Is that not amazing? Look at how far that dog's face stretches. And with every year, there you go, it gets even further. Careful, we're going to have PETA calling us right after this. But forget the stupid pet tricks. Everybody's dog can do something. Watch this. This is going to amaze you and astound you because we have silly kid tricks here tonight. You ready, folks? Watch closely because my kid, Justine Huheey, can do some really cool stuff. Are you ready? Watch this. She can put her foot all the way, oh my gosh, around her. She's going around in circles. Is that not amazing, folks? Wow. Oh, she's going for the double. And she can put her foot, her toe, in her nose. Is that not amazing? She can pick her own nose. Now, if you watch extra closely, folks, she can take this straw. Everybody see this straw? And she can use her feet to take the paper off that straw. There she goes. She's going to take the paper off the straw. There she goes. And she can now drink from the straw with her toes or her mouth. There she goes. Oh, and she's doing her tongue trick. She can curl her tongue in so many different ways. Are they catching that? I cannot do that. I don't know where. Oh, they're getting a close-up. Is that not freaky? And she can stick a straw in that and drink. Is that not wild? Freaky. Freaks me out every time I see it. She did not get that from me. Maybe from my husband, but not from me. And then she can take this headband, and she can take this headband using her feet, folks, just her feet, between her toes, and she can put the headband on. So should she, God forbid, ever lose her hands, I'm thinking when it's time to drive, she could just do it with her feet. I don't know. Look at that. Ta-da! And more amazing than that, she can write with her feet. Are you ready, folks? She can write with her feet. And while she's writing with her feet today, we came up with some things not to buy your mother for Mother's Day. One, if you find yourself Saturday night in the 7-Eleven, you know, that's not where you need to be. Do not buy your mother diet pills, deodorant, breath mints, wrinkle cream, or, and as Rob so delicately said, my husband today, mustache wax. Your mother does not want any of those things. Stick with the, you know, flowers, candy, perfume, jewelry. You can't go wrong. And again, tell her how young and beautiful she looks, and you should be okay. Oh, and car air fresheners. You don't want any of those. Okay, Justine, did you finish with your hearts? She did, folks. She finished with her hearts. That is amazing. Is my kid not amazing or what? That is amazing. Amazing. Happy Mother's Day to everyone in Arlington. And remember, you can see this on YouTube and other editions of the Arlington Weekly News. Everybody have a wonderful Mother's Day. Go to www.youtube.com, Arlington Weekly News, all one word, and visit us. And if anybody wants to come visit me on the Arlington Weekly News, just let me know. Come on, show me your stupid trick. Love to have you. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day.
Really, yeah.
I miss Justine.
Oh my God.
really
Oh,
miss-
there's another tongue roller.
No.
Oh, that
Rare
is
talent.
freaky.
It's only a rare
Freaky.
talent. I
Rare
guess.
talent.
Genetic
Rare talent.
mutation
Justine
type
is
thing.
about to graduate high school now. If she
Yeah.
hasn't
So
already,
incredible.
I think that's pretty
Wow.
good archival footage
That was
from
fun.
Amy, Sue, and Justine. So thanks, Amy, Sue, and Justine. And happy Mother's
Yeah.
Day to all moms out there, and a happy birthday to my wife, Diane, who's 9 and holding this year. So happy birthday, Di.
Happy birthday, Di.
Happy
We're
birthday.
thinking about you here at the Arlington Weekly News, and happy Mother's Day to all moms out there. And that's a wrap. We got to go. So thank you for watching this Mother's Day edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Next week, if you're out there somewhere, we'll be right here, and we'll do it all for you again. Have a safe week. Happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.